In this short lesson, we're going to look at three of the characteristic reactions of acids and bases. And they're called characteristic reactions because they will tell you that you have an acid or a base involved. So if you see that reaction, it's a clue that you have an acid or a base that is reacting. So the first one is the acid and metal reaction. So acids react with active metals to form hydrogen gas. So an example is hydrochloric acid reacting with magnesium metal, and that creates magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. And so you might recognize this from earlier studies this year, that this is a single displacement reaction in which the metal is displacing the hydrogen from the acid. So the next reaction is the acid-carbonate reaction. So acids react with metal carbonates to form carbon dioxide gas. So carbonate is one of our polyatomic ions, CO3 2-. So here you have sodium carbonate reacting with hydrochloric acid, and you're going to get sodium chloride and water and carbon dioxide gas. So this reaction is actually a double displacement. So if you look at the two reactants, there's HCl and then Na and CO3. So they're going to swap partners. The H is going to bond with the CO3 and the sodium with the chlorine. But the H2CO3 that's formed, which is carbonic acid, rapidly decomposes into water and carbon dioxide gas. So that's why it doesn't look exactly like a double displacement, because it's got those three products. And that's because it's a double displacement, which is then followed by a decomposition. So we could say that this reaction neutralizes the acid because the hydrogen ions, which are what's causing the acidity, have been all converted into water. So they've been changed from acidic to neutral. And so that brings us to what's actually categorized as a neutralization reaction. And this is when acids react with bases. So an acid reacts with a base to form water and a salt. And a salt can be what we normally think of as salt, which is sodium chloride, or it can be any ionic compound. So an example, hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, which is our base with the hydroxide ion, react to form sodium chloride and water. And this is a double displacement reaction. The sodium and the hydrogen have switched partners. And this is a neutralization reaction because both the acid and the base have been converted into water. The hydrogen ions and the hydroxide ions react together to become water, so they're no longer acidic or basic. So those are three characteristic reactions of acids and bases.